I don't want to be the one to say it, but I know we're all thinking it. Sims in The Sims 4 are kind of boring. Like, one-dimensional, lacking personality, just kind of boring. Sims. And I want to talk about it a little bit. I mean, Sims in The Sims 4 get assigned 3 traits in Create a Sim, an aspiration that's really like a quest for skill building, and then like a skill-based trait. So really, a lot of the traits and things you're assigning your Sims in CAS, they're like skill-based things. They aren't at its core a personality trait. And I think in past Sims games, you had a lot more power to create your Sims' personalities in Create a Sim. Like in The Sims 3, there was 5 trait options, so you could pick a couple skill-based traits, but then you could also pick a lot of personality traits. I mean, silly things like never nude, or like vegetarian even, eco-friendly, stuff like that that's more personality-driven, that has these little quirks that it gives your Sims. But in The Sims 4, you don't really have room for that, or even the option, to be honest. And of course your Sims can gain skills and they can gain traits in-game, but like, they're sort of lacking like that core definition of their personality from the actual game. You can make a story for them. I could make up and be like, my Sim hates cars, because they don't exist. But I could pretend that and I could tell that story in my own head, but like, as far as the game is concerned, the game itself doesn't know that about my Sim. And I think that's kind of intentional. I think they're like, in The Sims 4, trying to move away from that, like, actual definition in the game and giving us more room for storytelling. They want to, like, impact our games less and let us impact them more, but I honestly prefer a little bit more interaction in my Sims' lives. I want the game to tell me what's going on to an extent, but like a pretty far extent, you know? Like, I want to be asked on dates. I want to be proposed to. The career pop-ups that are like, you can do this and get fired or do this and gain celebrity, I love that. Give me more of that, you know? I think they tried to have this sort of emotion system, and then it ended up giving us really weak Sims. Like, they kind of aimed really high to have my Sims have these intense emotions and realistic emotions, and then it ends up just being like, oh, you are flirty. Oh, now you are happy, and nothing really changes. It was an interesting attempt, though. But let's talk, like, actual traits in the game, right? Like I said, you load into CAS, and you have options to pick 3 different traits. You can pick emotional traits, like any of these. These will give you moods and stuff like that, so they'll make you more confident, they'll make you sad more often, they'll make you energized more often. There are hobby-based traits that make them enjoy things like art or music. There are lifestyle traits that make them, like, love the outdoors, or be slobs or snobs. And then there are more social traits, and I think we have a good selection of traits. I just wish that we had more. I miss giving my Sims 5 traits in The Sims 3, or like picking personality points in The Sims 2. I want to be able to impact their behavior more. Whereas I feel right now, I mean, you can't even pick one trait from each category. I mean, look, my Sim's active, loves dogs, and is outgoing. That's okay. You know, like, I wish that I could define more of his personality just from Create a Sim. And then you go and pick an aspiration, which in The Sims 3 were lifetime wishes. In The Sims 3, they were kind of larger scope, like you want to max this career, or you want to max these 3 skills. And while that isn't even really that, like, big of a deal, I like The Sims 4 aspirations better to an extent because they give you more of a quest. Like, there's different tiers to them and you kind of have to, like, check off boxes and things. But, you know, you pick the bodybuilder aspiration, it gives me a trait that makes my metabolism high, so I stay fit more often. So now I have 4 traits. Woo! But then the aspiration ends up being like a quest to max the fitness skill, you know? And then they've added more aspirations as time goes on, but then you think about, like, the aspiration that came with Island Living, beach life, that's literally just like, grill something 5 times, suntan, and then that's my aspiration, my life goal is to grill something 5 times. I think they've turned the aspirations more into, like, quest to make you use all the parts of a pack. Same thing with Strangerville and City Living. These aspirations kind of, like, guide you through new DLC, and less guide me through a Sim's lifetime wish or story. And I miss that. I miss my Sims having these, like, lifelong goals, and I don't really think that a lot of the newer aspirations are that. They just added story mode in CAS, which I think is really interesting. You might have seen it before, but you can add a Sim via story, and it gives you, like, a quiz. So you can pick, I'm a young adult, you know, I want to keep swimmers safe in the ocean. I want to go jogging at the park, you know, I'm paranoid. I don't want to go on a date, you know? And you can answer all these different questions, and then it sort of creates a Sim for you. It assigns them traits and a story, so it gives them a career, a skill, different starting funds, so your Sims can be more rich, less rich, you know, they have level 3 in some sort of career. And I think that helps, because at the very core, it gives your Sim more, I mean, it gives your Sim more personality just in Create a Sim. But, like, these are things that I could already do in game. I mean, I could give my Sim a career, I could give them skills when I get into game myself. This helps, I think, for, like, populating the town with more Sims, because you want to make your Sim like a potential boyfriend or whatever. You can make like 5 different guys in story mode, and then you're actually gonna have like people with lives in the Sims, because otherwise they just go into the save and then exist. You know, they're like homeless, unemployed, just there, showing up at the gym whenever you're there, you know? And I think that's sort of dumb how they have no skills or careers. But at least this way they kind of have some personality. Now, I was talking about aspirations being like quests to achieve a skill. The first tier of this is work out for 8 hours and go to a gym. And then you want to own workout equipment and work out more. And then you want to work out more. And then you work out even more. And then your aspiration is complete. And so it is sort of a cool quest that takes you through the fitness skill and kind of shows off a lot of parts of the game you might not have otherwise used, because it makes you go to the gym, it makes you own workout equipment, it makes you go jogging. But like, sure, it makes my Sim into a gym junkie, but like, is it really giving them any personality? No. And then once you earn a bunch of satisfaction points, you can go to the reward store and buy new traits. But these aren't really personality traits either. You can make it so that they love the cold, or that people won't yell at them if they use their stove in their house. You can make them clean fast, you know? You can make them gain more skills in the morning. And I do like some parts of this. Like, I do like how you could be a morning Sim or a night owl. I like that you can be really good at stoves and grills, it's useful to get less bills. But I'm still lacking that personality that I want to give my Sims. A lot of these things are useful, but like steel bladder, never have to use the toilet again. I don't know if I even like that. I mean, it's useful for certain challenges, but like, I think most of the time when I want to play The Sims, I want to tell a story. And my Sims literally never ever needing to pee again. I don't know if that like fits in. So I feel like that sort of trait, like steel bladder, those things, maybe sure, you can buy those things with lifetime happiness points. The money tree, these like sort of cheaty things that are beneficial to you, I think that helps. That makes sense for the reward store. But things like morning Sim and night owl, even gym rat, those are the kind of traits that I would like to be able to pick for my Sims and like define more easily. Oh, I got a new monitor recently. I don't think The Sims 3 likes this resolution. Alright, let's try again. I don't think The Sims 3 likes this resolution either. It's fine. Alright, I don't know if you've played Sims 3 much recently, but the trait system I was talking about, I miss this so much. So first of all, you've got 5 traits. Already 2 more than The Sims 4. So we're ahead there. Then you can pick your Sims' favorites. You can pick a favorite food, favorite music, and favorite color, which I really enjoy. This is the kind of stuff I need. And then you can pick star signs. I miss this. I miss this part of personalities so much. Sims 3 cast is bad in a lot of ways, but the trait system and the personality options, so much fun. I'm picking Spiceberry. I'm picking island life music, and boy, do I love a good mushroom omelet. Ugh. Hate mushrooms, hate eggs, but my Sim here doesn't. And then the traits, guys, there are so many of them. Look at all of my options. There are classics like ambitious and artistic and animal lover and stuff like that. There are skill-based ones like angler, they catch better fish and stuff like that. You have things like brave and brooding, can't stand art, you know, cat person, childish, coward, diva, dramatic, eco-friendly, good sense of humor, grumpy, this is what I need, see? I miss this. You have hydrophobic. They're terrified of swimming and they hate water. There's a loser traits. There's lucky Sims. There's never nude Sims. All right. So my Sim here is grumpy, a loser, lucky. I feel like that doesn't really work. You can't be a loser and lucky. Never nude and has no sense of humor. She's also shy. But there are things like slob and snob and social butterfly and socially awkward and star quality and technophobe and it's just, there's so many more options. Also, vegetarians in The Sims 3, instead of being able to eat anything and then getting sick, everything they eat is like vegetarian blah 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 instead of like turkey. They only are able to eat vegetarian options. You might have noticed, but in The Sims 4, even if you like send your Sims to get leftovers, a lot of times vegetarians will still eat meat, which is ridiculous. Why would they grab meat themselves? They don't eat meat. But they're better in The Sims 3. There's so many good traits in this game. I don't mean to just like go on and on about all the good ones, but you guys, like, this is the kind of stuff I need. I want all of these traits back in The Sims 4. And that's kind of fun because it picks lifetime wishes for you based on your traits. Like, it suggests these ones to me: CEO of mega corporation, chess legend, fashion phenomenon. But you can also pick whatever one you want. You don't have to pick one of the ones it recommends, which is kind of useful. I like that it is like, here's a thing that might fit your Sim. Celebrity psychic. Reach level 10 of the fortune teller career, scam artist branch. See, these aspirations aren't like necessarily much different than The Sims 4, because a lot of them are just like, reach level 10 of this career, or reach level 10 of blah blah blah. So I think the like step system in The Sims 4 is better. I just miss the more personality from The Sims 3, okay? I miss a lot of The Sims 3, but mostly the personality and favorites. Can you tell I'm like a Sims 3 stan? I know, I'm sorry. It might be too late for The Sims 4 to have its entire fundamental personality system changed, but I'm hoping in The Sims 5 they take a step back and they kind of go closer to what the older Sims games had, as far as like create a sim personality options go. The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 really had it made, and I miss that about them. Please give me more traits. Please, 3 is not enough. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or some sort of downer, though, I promise. I love The Sims 4. I have so much fun with The Sims 4. That doesn't mean that I can't complain about my only 3 traits in The Sims 4. I'm curious, what kind of caste system would you expect in The Sims 5? How do you think the personalities are gonna work in The Sims 5? I can make a whole video on that separately, but what do you think in the comments? Let me know. Let's talk. Let's talk about the future. Let's speculate. But I think on that note, I'm gonna go. So please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Speculating is only okay when it's The Sims 5, right? I don't like to speculate on Sims 4 packs because then people get angry. But The Sims 5 is so far away, we can just talk and talk and talk and talk, right? And there's no, and we won't feel the negative effects of it for years, so it's fine.